Hello everyone, back again with us. Welcome to Moto Stylist channel. Today we will introduce the 2022 Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX. The Ninja 1000 SX has an uncompromising character. Inspired by the ninja spirit that appeals to real racers, the Ninja 1000 SX takes its concept to the next level with sport touring versatility. From traction control to cruise control, the Ninja 1000 SX has all the technology you need for a trip. The Ninja 1000 SX Performance Tourer version is upgraded with two 28-liter side cases with an integrated mounting system and painted in motorcycle color, heated handlebars, frame sliders, an enlarged tinted windshield, a navigator bracket, a gel fuel tank pad, a motorcycle-colored passenger cover seats, as well as a sporty sound and increased power with the Akrapovic exhaust system. In 2020, the Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX underwent a considerable overhaul that involved several aspects of the bike. The flagship sport tourer Kawasaki 1000 SX receives an upgraded engine, a new TFT display, 6-axis Bosch IMU, and ride-by-wire technology. Despite the significant updates, the Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX is back in 2021 with performance, touring, and performance tourer trims of the travel-friendly leader bike. Now, the 2022 Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX is coming soon and has a few more improvements. On the performance front, the massive 2022 Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX adopts a new 4-in-1 exhaust. The more angular rear end also expresses the model's strong sporting intentions. When bringing the 2022 Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX, the atmosphere will be different because it has gotten a more comfortable seat and extra adjustments to the windshield. For those who make extra long trips, there is a 56-liter luggage compartment that can accommodate all items carried by the driver and passenger. Features of Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX 2022. Regarding the riding position of the Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX 2022, it is clearly more sturdy and not as low as the Ninja ZX-10R. This is to provide comfort for long-distance touring lovers. The front visor is also made slightly higher. And interestingly, the European region also presents several variants such as Tourer and Performance Tourer equipped with two side boxes. For its own features, it is also no less complete than the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R. But of course, the features presented are to support long-distance driving comfort, not to reach the highest speed. Here are some of its superior features. Kawasaki Traction Control, KTRC. Kawasaki Cornering Management Function, KCMF. Kawasaki Intelligent Anti-Lock Brake System, KIBS. Kawasaki Quick Shifter, KQS. Electronic Throttle Valves. Power Mode Selection. Integrated Riding Modes. Assist and Slipper Clutch. Electronic Cruise Control. ECU Tuning. All-digital TFT color instrumentation. Smartphone connectivity via Radiology the app. Bridgestone Battlax Hypersport S22 tires. A lightweight, aluminum, perimeter-style frame on the Ninja 1000 SX provides the main structure and uses the engine as a stressed unit to keep the overall weight down to 513.8 pounds soaking wet. The frame itself is comprised of 5 cast aluminum members that eliminate the need for 2 of the usual side covers. This gives a narrow waist and an easy reach to the ground for shorter inseams in spite of the 32.3-inch seat height. Out back, the die-cast aluminum subframe comes with a narrow overall design to match the middle of the machine. Measures were taken to tone down the vibration felt by the rider, and in the frame, this manifests itself in a combination of rubber and solid mounts for the engine. Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX 2022 specifications. Engine type, liquid-cooled, 4-stroke inline-4. Compression ratio, 11.8:1. Valve system, DOHC, 16 valves. Bore X stroke 77.0 by 56.0 millimeters. Displacement 1043 cubic centimeters. Fuel system, fuel injection equals 038 mm. Starting, system electric. Lubrication forced lubrication, wet sump. Regarding the specifications of the Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX 2022, it is clearly very different from the Ninja ZX-10R. This motorbike uses a slightly larger engine capacity of 1043 cubic centimeters, 4 strokes, inline 4 cylinders, and liquid-cooled. Unlike the Ninja ZX-10R, which comes with an engine capacity of 998 cubic centimeters. But of course, the performance is superior to the Superbike. The steering head sets a rake angle of 24 degrees with a short 3.9 inches of the trail to turn in the kind of performance in the bends that we've come to expect from Kawi's Ninja line. Cast wheels round out the rolling chassis with the typical 17-inch diameter. They come lined with Bridgestone's Batlax Hypersport S22 hoops in a 120/70 up front and a 190/50 out back to make the connection to the concrete, and of course, they have to come with a Z rating to handle the power from the plant. In order to control all that potential energy, the factory chucked on dual, pedal-cut 300mm discs and monoblock, radial mount anchors up front with a 250mm disc to haul down the rear wheel. ABS protection comes to stock, and not only does it keep you from losing traction due to overbraking, but it also has built-in rear wheel lift mitigation to prevent endless under-hard front braking actions. Inverted 41mm forks lend their stiffness to the front suspension and provide the full trifecta of adjustments. Same with the horizontal mount, coil-over shock out back, so you can count on absolute ride quality control. Dimensions and weight of Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX 2022. For its own dimensions, the Ninja 1000 SX looks more jumbo than the Ninja ZX-10R. Especially about the height, especially when paired with a longer front visor. Its own weight is also very steady, reaching 235 kilograms. The improved electronics suite rocks the new 4x20 Bosch inertial measurement unit that measures the forces acting on the chassis and modulates the interventions of the Kawasaki Cornering Management Function, the KIBS, and the traction control system to deliver the max in safety. Of course, no amount of electronics can replace prudent riding practices, but they'll certainly help you keep it rubber side down if you get surprised on the road. The system comes with a power modes feature that will let you either dial in full power or limit it to around 70%. What kind of power are we talking about? Well, the factory claims 138 horsepower at 9,600 RPM and 81.7 pound-feet of torque at 7,800 RPM. That power flows through a slip-in assist clutch and 6-speed transmission, and in top gear at Redline, you can expect 152.8 miles per hour. This motor is capable of producing power of 104.5 kilowatts or about 142 PS at 10,000 RPM and with a peak torque of 111 Newton meters at 8,000 RPM. Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX pricing. The 2022 Ninja 1000 SX rolls only in metallic matte Grafensteel gray/metallic Diablo black this year and continues the dark gray/black over black theme. MSRP is $12,899. Of course, much more affordable than the price of the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R 2022. Thank you.